Hi, and welcome back to your Autism Game Plan. I'm Joya Vanderlaan, a family nurse practitioner, a functional medicine specialist, and an autism mom. Today, I want to give you a little bit of information about toe walking. Does your child walk on their toes and you wonder why? Sometimes there are reasons, especially specific to autistic children, why they walk on their toes. There are other medical issues that can cause other children, and autistic children even, to walk on their toes, but today we're going to focus on the ones that are more related to autism specifically. One of the most common causes for toe walking in autistic children is constipation. Think about it, if they're constipated, they're tight in their tummy, maybe they're trying to hold in that stool because it's going to hurt to come out, and that can be a cause of them just deciding to walk on their toes as a way to keep their body tight. Another reason can be vitamin or nutrient deficiencies. Magnesium, zinc, thiamine, a B vitamin, can be deficient and cause toe walking. Food sensitivities or food allergies, which of course can be an issue all on their own, can also contribute to toe walking, especially if food sensitivities are causing constipation, anxiety, irritability. If they're kind of always on alert like that, they may be walking on their toes, and that may be a sign to you that there may be something going on that you need to find the root cause of why they're walking on their toes. Of course, it could be a sensory processing difficulty or disorder. Walking on their toes causes a lot of extra sensory input, and they may be looking for that extra sensory input. If that's what you think is going on with your child, they may need to see either an occupational therapist, or you may need to figure out ways at home to provide them with extra sensory input, particularly maybe to their feet or their toes. Sometimes toe walking in autistic children can be caused by a problem with development of the eyes. For instance, if they're having trouble using both eyes together, if the brain is not sending proper messages to the eyes, or if they're having problems with depth perception or a visual processing problem. Think about visual processing disorders kind of the same as you would in terms of like a verbal processing or a sensory processing. That message just is not getting from the eyes to the brain and back out again. That cycle is not working quite well. And so the communication between the eyes and the brain, and then therefore the motor movements, is not working well, and that can cause toe walking. Retained primitive reflexes can also be the cause of toe walking in our autistic children or other children. Reflexes, these infantile reflexes, these primitive reflexes, we are born with. And at certain stages, each of the reflexes, we have a few different ones, tend to get what we call integrated, or they go away. These reflexes are meant to protect us when we're born until we can protect ourselves, essentially. Now, the tonic labyrinthine reflex is typically one that if it hasn't been integrated, if it still exhibits itself, that can be one that causes toe walking in children, in our autistic children. There are exercises that you can do to work on integrating that, to making it go away. And that's something that you'd want to consult with an expert about. Typically, experts in retained primitive reflexes are going to be occupational therapists with extra training, typically, or chiropractors. They will often have extra training as well in how to identify and treat these retained primitive reflexes. Thanks again for joining me today. I hope this has been informative. If your child's a toe walker, you may want to look into some of these things and see if they are causing the toe walking in your child. Remember, this is a tough journey. Be gentle with yourself. You are doing a great job.